couple of minutes behind, but I'm so excited because I just went live with a couple of ladies on IG and it was so much fun. We just randomly got on and we were chit-chatting. So that got me excited. And we were just chatty, and I could not get off. I just wanted to stay on there. But I also wanted to come here and chat with you all. Today, we are talking about the art of seduction. This is a very loaded conversation. And I have a lot that I want to share. Now, I looked at how do I want to talk about this subject, because I could talk about this subject this could be like, I don't know, a 3-day class. And so I chose to look at what do you do before seduction. Shay and I are twinning today. We got our brights on. I need to get another color, Shay, too. What happens before we get to the seduction? Because a lot of times when people talk about seduction, we talk about it from the perspective of this is what you do. This is how you should do it. These are some things. Do this A, B, and C, D, E, F, G. However, we're not talking about how do we get to the point where we are comfortable with seduction. And I think that's going to come from having a very clear understanding of that word and shifting your perception about what seduction is in your life. So my name is Natasha McCrae. I am the Love CEO. I coach ambitious women how to open up to their most authentic goals and to tap into genuine confidence and unleash that feminine power so that you can call in more love. My whole objective is your heart. And if you want to be in a relationship, I'm here to guide you into designing the life that you want that attracts the perfect person for you. Today, we are talking about seduction. So let's break that down. Share this post right now. So years ago, I had this misconception about seduction. And one, I thought seduction was purely sexual, which it is not. But with that concept that I had of seduction, I turned into what I thought guys wanted, what I'd seen on television. Mainly, that's how we learn stuff, right? Because what I was doing of just being myself at the time wasn't working. And so I was like, I'm going to become a seductress. And one of the things that I did is it was all about me. It was all about, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. And what happened was that I got very self-conscious. And a lot of people don't even want to consider what seduction can do for their lives because they're thinking it's all about people looking at them. So if we talk about what is one of the basics about seduction and how do you get to that place and know how to use it, you want to ensure that you are confident in who you are and your own skin so that you can make it all about the other person. If you are not confident, if you're triggered all the time, it's going to be always about what this person did or didn't do, what they said or didn't say to you. And this is the Wednesday wind down, so we can't have this deep conversation without wine. I love red. So you want to make sure that you're confident enough to take the attention off of you. See, a lot of times people think confidence is about having the attention on you, but being confident enough to put the attention on someone else. That's something to think about. And then you want to back into that. We're like, okay, well, how can I get really confident where it's not always about me? And that is it takes work. It takes one, understanding who you are, whose you are, what you were put on this planet for, and walking in your life's purpose. And when you are doing that, you will have an understanding that everything's always going to work in my favor. Everything's always going to work in my favor. Seduction is about putting the attention on other people. There is a misconception that it is, look at me and what I can do and what I can do. This is what I'm going to do to turn you on. And it's not even about that. The other day I did a talk about seduction and business, and when we think about it, we're seduced all the time through media. We are seduced through media, y'all. Don't let a McRib commercial come on the screen. I'm thinking I want a McRib and I don't even eat McDonald's. Period. Period. So I want you to understand that seduction is not always well, it's not a bad word. I think when you use it in certain ways, that's just the same way that a hammer is not a weapon. But if you watch CSI, you might disagree with me. You might disagree with me. So seduction is not a weapon. It is something that I want you to start using so that pleasure becomes a lifestyle for you, not just something that happens on special occasions. How do we make pleasure a lifestyle? And when I say that, make pleasure a lifestyle, make feeling good a lifestyle, I don't mean like the expense of, never having challenges or everything always feels so all the time good. No, I just mean like, what's your lifestyle? Is you're walking through life and the lifestyle is things are supposed to hurt. Oh no, that doesn't, you have pleasure anxiety. I can't do that. What do you want from me? I don't want you to walk through life in that way, because life's gonna not, it's not going to be enjoyable. It's not going to be enjoyable. So the number one foundational aspect of seduction is that confidence. It's that self-awareness. It's knowing yourself enough to put the attention on someone else. Okay. And then it becomes this art. It becomes someone, I don't know who's posting the memes, but I mean, what do you call that? The meme emoji. There we go. Emoji, but that's a hammer. So do you have any about seduction? Put it in the chat. I want to hear from you. I'll try and answer them as quick as I can, but I want to, before I move on to the next, I really want to talk about this. Okay. So, I really want to make sure that I throw that out there for you to answer questions. All right. So I have my notes here, the confidence. Okay. So the other thing, when we think about, hey, Tiffany, when we think about seduction, it's gotten a bad rap. So let me clarify that. I'm going to back up just a little bit into this. Let me clarify that seduction, one, it's not a bad word. Two, it's not all, thank you, Melanie. It's not always simply sexual, but yes, it is a tool for that. We have partners, we want to pleasure our partner. Hey, and that seduces them because you're understanding what this person needs and who they are. So when you think of seduction, I want you to consider it as that tool that's going to help you have more pleasurable lifestyle. So let's talk about number two. Number two is, how do you put the attention on someone else? Number two is making the people in your life very important. Don't ignore yourself. Don't put them in front of yourself, but the people in your life that you want to give pleasure to, make them a priority. How do you make them a priority? Asking them questions, getting to know them, watching and listening. That's what you do. I don't know why people think it's so okay for us to do that in business. In business, we're studying the market. We're seeing, how do women respond to this? What do they want? What are the main things that they're looking for? What languages are they speaking? What's their biggest challenges? How can we speak to their heart? We're doing that in business. So why would you not consider that in freaking relationships? Why would we not do that? So if we make this other person or the persons a priority, and y'all know I'm self-care, y'all know I'm about you being the most important. I know y'all know I'd say you can't pour from an empty cup, but when you begin to make that, or not, but in addition to, you make the secondary, let me back up. When I was in Mary Kay years ago, it was faith, family, career. That's how they said, you live your life in that order and things will work smoothly. Faith, family, career. Faith is about your relationship with God. I consider faith also the relationship you have with yourself. That is the number one tier. That faith, that understanding, that knowing, that self-awareness, that having faith, that knowing that God's put you on this planet for something bigger. Family, this is the second tier of what I'm talking about, where people become a priority in your life. And I know y'all ambitious women, we have a tendency to just be like, I'm not going to even make time for disappointments. I'm not even going to make time for the rejection. So I'm going to be focused on me and this person trying to come into my world, but I'm busy, 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 because I don't have time for that. So studying the person you want to seduce. Do you want to seduce business partners into doing work with you? Do you want to seduce a partner into showing up for you? The way you seduce that partner is you find out their needs and desires and you give that to them. And not, I hope no one's going to take this out of context, but you pour into their cup. You pour into their cup. If it's not going against your morals and your values, you pour into their cup. You play into their needs. That's what seduction is. Giving them what they need. You are helping them with a problem. There is something missing in their life, and you have the solution. That's all seduction is. There's something missing, whether someone's missing connection, whether someone's missing being seen, someone's missing being heard, someone's missing their childhood, excitement of being a kid again. I know someone specifically had been in, Date Like a Boss challenge, and they're like, I love playing. And can you imagine them playing? They're awakening those senses for the men that are in their lives that want to go back to playing as when they were younger. They didn't have all the worries in the world. Okay, so someone said, ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, can't pour from an empty cup. Nope. So you're filling in the gap. Yes, you are pretty much filling in the gap. And enjoy in an enjoyable way. Yep, now I have to find someone I'm inspired by to seduce. Yes. Yes, you aren't doing this with somebody who ain't worthy. You ain't gonna spend your time with with somebody who's not worthy. You don't want to do that. Okay. So you want to make them the priority. I'm going to suggest a book. I highly recommend this book that you buy it and download the audio, because it's very dense. And I could break down all the 9 seductive styles, but if you're not grasping this concept, you are not going to feel comfortable enough to understand what your natural seductive style is, or one that you want to try on for size. We do it all the time with other aspects of our life. It's imperative that we now, try on some seductive styles so that we can feel good. Yes, they have to be worthy. Yes, Sharon's like, honey, they got to be worthy. They must be worthy. Okay. So I want you to tap into you, because if I'm giving you this laundry list of all these seductive styles and you haven't tapped into who you are and what you're bringing to the table, you're going to be like me. When I was dating this one guy, he happened to be Latin. I started saying Poppy 24/7 because I thought that's what he would want, because he liked Latin girls. I know, it was ridiculous. I'm sure he was like, if this bitch say Poppy one more time. I mean, it was over the top. It was over the top. And I literally laugh at myself. I crack up at myself. Yes, and Dinshay's making a great point. Seduce yourself, damn it. What's missing? Give that to yourself. What do you need? Show up for yourself. That's huge, Dinshay. And when you're in that place of the seduction of yourself, then you can truly be in the space of seduction when it comes to relationships. And there's so many, I know Robert Greene, the book Art of Seduction, that's not the only be all end all, but it's a great place to start and it gives you such a different kind of understanding. I would really consider it a textbook. It's more of a textbook than an easy read. Um, However, the foundational aspect of what you need, let me make sure I covered all my notes. Book recommendation, art is the foundation of seduction. Yeah. So it's a really good book for you to add to once you've gotten to this place of being confident in your own skin and being able to see people. Because if you're not confident, how many times have you, this is a good example, you feel like you're not dressed right and you go into the grocery store and you don't even look people in the eye. You're like, I ain't even gonna look up at them because if I don't look, they won't see me. You know, we do that. Because I've done that where if I'm feeling some kind of way, I also do it sometimes if I'm not feeling good. I'm like, don't look at me because I'm not feeling confident. But if you're feeling confident, you're going to see people. You're going to see them. And you have to be comfortable enough that if you see them, they're going to see you. They're going to see you. So it's really important that you lay that foundation because that foundation is the true art of seduction, the foundation of confidence and self-awareness, and the foundation of making the other person a priority is the foundation of the art of seduction. And then you can start diving into what are all these other things. And then it also rolls into not just personal life, but it'll roll into business. It can roll into business. People do it all the time. There's one, I don't know if it's the coquette, you can correct me, Denshay, but the coquette is the push-pull. And that means they're here and then they're back a little bit. And it's not detrimental game playing. It's really like, you know, you don't have to respond 30 seconds after you get a text, that type of thing. So you're doing that push-pull thing. That happens in business as well. How many times have you seen something that was going to be on sale? It's not available. They do this a lot with the skincare, and I might be trying it when I do my skincare, but they do it a lot with skincare. It's not available. It's going on sale. I've seen it with the hair care oils too. It's going on sale on this date at this time. It goes on sale. That mess is sold out in 48 hours. And they're like, yep, that's it. That's the coquette. That's seduction. That is seduction because it's making people want it more. So think twice about when you be calling them too. Who calling who first? So those of you, I want you all to know that I'm having a dating event on the 27th. The one for this weekend, it's too late to register. That's the wine tasting and dating. However, on the 27th, I'm doing a dating event. I'm going to be talking about dating communication, how you talk about so many, wait, someone said volume. Oh, you can't hear me? Can y'all hear me okay? I'm seeing volume. Tell me what volume means. Tell me what volume means. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I guess some people have been hearing me okay, but let me know what volume means, Tahisha. Okay, so on the 27th of March, I'm doing a dating event. I'm picking 3 guys and 3 girls to come on and have a nice little powwow. And what we're going to do is we're going to break down that dating communication, confidence in dating, proper ways to date, how you can date online, uncovering all the myths about how COVID has happened and the myth about you can't really date. So we're going to cover all of that, but it's also going to be fun. We're going to have a DJ. You guys will get to see what I teach you in action. So some people will be able to, there's going to be 6 people who will be seeing it in action and everyone else will just be watching and voting and going down in the DMs and making comments so they can get gifts. That's on the 27th. And I want you to text 310-421-0775. That's 310-421-0775. If you text dating to that, I'll make sure you're the first to know when the tickets go on sale. Tickets are going to go on sale. I am making it easy for y'all. I feel like you need to have some skin in the game, but they're going to go on sale and they're only $25. I did that so that it's accessible to so many people. So that's happening on March 27th. Just text dating and I'll make sure that you're one of the first people to get, actually you will be, anyone who's on the text gonna be the first people to get yeah, thank you. Thank you, Melanie. I love this. So I hope this was helpful. Y'all before I jump off, do you have any questions about that concept of seduction? And did it, what came to mind? Did anything stand out to you? Did I shift any perceptions for you? Or what questions do you have? I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I love my orange blazer too. Okay, I'm being so silly. All right, so I don't have any questions that have popped up. I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes because it's a delay. But type in the comments too if anything stood out to you, or what you want to try, or what's going to be an actionable step for you today. Because you're on here listening because you're like, seduction, yes, let me hear about that. So I want to know what, what you're going, how you're going to apply it, or what you want to use it for. Because it can be used for everything. I seduce women all the time. I do. When I meet someone, I want them to feel important. I think God's put me on this planet to do that. And I'm doing it with not wanting anything. It's become now a practice. It's become now a way that I find pleasure in knowing that someone walked away feeling, 10 times better than when they came into my presence. I do. Tiffany thinks that's funny. That's funny, honey. But no, I do. And I will look them in the eye. I will have conversations, and I used to do that with guys. Trust me. Y'all see my post from today? I would put the bait out. You put the bait out. People want to be seen. That's probably one of the biggest seduction secrets is if you let people be seen, I mean, really look in their eyes and to their soul, that alone will draw people in. That will draw people in. I love you too, Tiffany. So that makes life pleasurable for me. That's the whole idea. Taking the attention off of you, putting it on someone else, and life becomes pleasurable. That's what you got. And me talking about this, I have the workshop, the self-care workshop that happens every 6 weeks. The next one is on the 19th of April. Just mark that, put it in your calendar. It's now one of those things that if you take care of yourself, then this comes easy. If you take care of yourself, this is natural. It's natural. Someone says, I'm going to consciously apply it. I think I'm Miss Melanie. I'm going to consciously apply it. I know I do it in my business and personal life, but I don't really think about it. No, that's great. Yeah, I think you have that natural. I think you do have that natural. Because even like when I met you, I feel like there's something about that. Something about you that I feel that. Yeah, Jen Shay says it makes life so much more enjoyable. It really does. All right, y'all. So share this post for me. I want you to share it because I feel like it is a very good topic for us women to lean into, that we reclaim just living in our fullness, like embodying our fullness. And I think this is a really good start. So I'm Natasha McCrae. I'm the Love CEO. I coach ambitious women how to tap in to genuine confidence, unlock those authentic goals, unleash their feminine power so that you can call in more love. And you'll call in more love when you are living a life that is more pleasurable and feels good and your optimum self. I'm here for all of that. I love y'all. I will talk to you soon. Bye.